Hey guys, it's Mountain Gold. Today, I'm gonna share my honest impressions on the gear I've used for the last overnight hiking. As you may know, I hiked Mount Ryugatake in the Suzuka Mountains region with my daughter, and at that time, the temperature was about from 14 degrees Celsius to up to 20 degrees Celsius, and on the ridgeline, the wind is so strong, like a typhoon. So I could test some gear in that kind of hot environment, sort of, for my upcoming summer hiking in the Japan Alps. And after finishing up the hiking, I camped in the Ugake campsite with my daughter. At that time, I also tested some overnight hiking gear. So I will give my honest impressions on certain gear one by one. Alright, the first thing to talk about is Zpacks minimalist trekking pole. But what I want to talk about is not the pole itself. The pole is really nice, it is very light, but the impressive gear I'm gonna talk about is this one. Can you see it? This rubber cap. In my hiking career, I lost quite a few rubber caps on the trail. Every time I lost it, I feel so guilt. It feels like I throw away some trash on the trail. Also, when you hike, quite often you find a lost rubber cap, right? I got to know that the rubber cap is gone proof, sort of. So I gave it a shot, and I'm pretty impressed. I used 3 of them, and all of the caps survived from the lost. I even thought like it will never gone. And one more thing to talk about is that the grip and the cushioning are both really good. To be honest, it is the best rubber cap I've ever owned, I've ever used on the trail, so I highly recommend it. You should check it out. Next one is the base layer. It is a Zpacks Trail Crew Sun Hoodie. I felt like it is a superior alternative to the outdoor research eco hoodie that is quite difficult to get in Japan. It's very easy to import Zpacks product directly from the Zpacks website from Japan. So if you are looking for a breathable, quick drying, well ventilated sun hoodie, this is it. I don't think, no sun hoodie can compete with this one because it is very unique. It worked very well. I recommend it. The next one I'm gonna talk about is this one, Yamatomichi Active Pullover. It was my second time to use it. During the last hike, I hiked with my daughter, and my daughter is like a snail. Yeah, of course she did her best, and I'm really proud of that. But at the same time, she's still too young to follow my pace, so of course I have to follow her pace. And I was walking, stopping, feeding my daughter, and it was a bit difficult for me to keep my body temperature warm. So from the trailhead to the peak to the trailhead, I was in it all the time. It was very impressive. Actually, I was looking for an ideal active installation, like active fleece installation. It is my subjective opinion though. Octa fleece didn't work for me, and Cinchi Design's Alpha 60 hoodie doesn't work for me, and I kinda gave the last chance to this product, sort of that kind of feeling, and it really surprised me and impressed me. It blocks wind very nice, and at the same time it breathes well, and it keeps me warm, but at the same time it doesn't make me too overheated. So I think I will replace my Yamatomichi Alpha Vest to this product. It is very nice. One improvement, sort of, I thought on this product is that if it has a hood, it's perfect. Alpha 60 hoodie has a hood, and Octa Fleece hoodie has a hood because their hoodie. So I want active hoodie. Not active pullover, active hoodie, like active half zip hoodie. But other than that, it is very nice product. And as I said, on the ridge line, wind was blowing so bad. The temperature was about 17 degrees Celsius or 20 degrees Celsius, but the wind is super strong. In that situation, it doesn't really work for a windbreaker sort of. So I wore this Montbell's Xlite wind vest over the active pullover, and it worked very well. You know, of course, it is a vest, so it doesn't have sleeves, but you know, that's good. Because it's vest, I could keep wearing it. On the peak, I wore it, and I kept wearing it until I leave the campsite on the next day. It is very light, so I could easily forget that I was wearing it. It kept me warm, and it blocks wind nicely, moderately, and it breathes well, and it didn't make me overheated. It became my favorite piece of gear. I thought like I should have bought it sooner. It will be one of the best gear for 2025 candidates. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about my camp gear. On the campsite, there are rivers, so to play with my daughter in the river, I brought my bedrock sandals. They have Vibram soles, so the sole is very hard and stiff. So my feet didn't hurt at all. That's nice. I recommend it. It's heavy though. While chilling out near the tent, I was wearing the Zpacks camp shoes. It is super light, and actually it was a bit dirty, so I washed it this afternoon, and I put them in my yard, and after 1 hour or so, it's completely dry. It dried super fast. And my impression is that it's okay. It's more comfortable than the Mayfly Ultralight sandals, but the sole is very thin. It's like a thick paper. Although it will provide some sort of grip, it is too thin to comfortably walk around the campsite. So when I stepped on the rocks, my feet screamed. Some of my subscribers told me that if you pair these camp shoes with your insoles on your shoes, they become comfortable. So I tried it, and yeah, it was okay. The insole sort of moved around on the sole, so it was not so convenient, but it worked. If you are using this sort of super thin camp shoes, you can try to use the insole you have. It will add extra cushioning to this kind of product. Anyways, it dries very fast. It's not bulky at all. It's very easy to use, convenient. Personally speaking, I like it. Or I can say, I don't dislike it. Alright, the next one is the tent. It's huge. Much bigger than my head. It is a Zpacks Triplex zip tent. So it has a zip. So it's much easier for kids to open and close dual opening doors comparing with the classic triplex or duplex tent. It is very roomy. I think if you use the triplex tent with 2 more bodies, then it's gonna be a bit too tight. But you know, for one guy, like one short guy like me and a little daughter, it was like a palace. I can spread my stuff and still we could sleep comfortably without interrupting each other, like without kicking or punching each other. I have a plan to hike with one more daughter. I will take 2 daughters to an overnight hiking next month. At that time, I'm gonna use it. One good thing is that literally when I woke up in the campsite, no condensation inside and no dew outside. Once I used duplex tent, I experienced exactly the same thing. No condensation and no dew. I think duplex or triplex design, basically these are same shapes of different sizes. This design can deal with condensation very well, I think. There are two dual opening doors on both sides, and also it has like triplex tent, like triplex zip tent has a peak ventilation. I think this kind of features worked well to manage condensation, so it became my favorite tent now when I hike with my family. Alright, next, obviously it is a soil squeeze. I used to use B-free water filtration system, but B-free clogs and it's super annoying. It's unreliable, so I was done with that and switched to the soya squeeze, and it's good. But the last time, it clogged. I was so shocked. I thought like I could get water from the river, but it clogged, so it was a pinch. But I'm carrying the coupling. This side is connected with the water bag, and you can get clean water from the cap. And how to use the coupling is that if it clogs, you can remove the cap and put the coupling, and then you can put the water bottle to this side like the other side, and if you push the water bottle, the backflashed water come out backward. Dirty water go to this hole and the clean water come from this side. And when it clogged, then you can use this coupling and push the water bottle or something and deliver the water to this side and get rid of the small parcels or dirt from this side. I did it and it worked actually. This little guy saved our camp life. The clog was solved and we could get the clean water from the filter. That's the strength of the soya squeeze. If you want to avoid the clogged filter, then I highly recommend soya squeeze and carry this one, coupling. Also, don't forget to bring extra packing. And next, I'm gonna talk about my sleep system. This is the Yamatomichi light alpha tights, and I wore it while camping and sleeping. I was wearing the Yamatomichi light 5 pocket shorts. Actually, light 5 pocket short shorts. The name has been changed. Anyways, I was wearing shorts, so I want to get extra insulation for my legs, and it was okay. It kept me warm. It worked. My complaint is that every time I use, the fleece hair comes off. That's annoying. I feel like the fleece, like the tights, got thinner and thinner whenever I use. So it is one complaint. Like this, like this. Can you see it? I think it is a general problem of the alpha direct material. It is what it is. It is not the fault of Yamatomichi or anything like that. It is a feature, like one feature, or I can say one weakness of the alpha direct material. Every product has pros and cons, and we have to get along with that kind of thing. I like this product, but this kind of thing is quite annoying. My tent was sort of messy because of the hair, and when I washed it in the laundry mesh bag, the bag get messy as well. But, this is what it is. The next thing to talk about is Yamatomichi Alpha socks. To be honest, they are disappointing. Simply, it didn't keep my feet warm while sleeping. I was wearing socks, like Darntough wool socks, and I wore them on top of the socks. But still, my feet are very cold. I was using the short length sleeping pad. I'm 5'5", and my sleeping pad is 5'6". It is the edge of the sleeping pad, and my leg is like this. Yeah, my leg is like this. Maybe because of that, or because I was using the summer kilt that is a 40-degree kilt. I don't know, but I had a cold feet while sleeping and it was a pain. Personally speaking, when I feel my feet cold, I can't sleep well. I used to use the Enlightened equipment treat booties and it kept my feet toasty. So I switch back to the treat booties, ditching the socks. The installation of the alpha socks are not enough for my body type. It depends on your body, right? Some people are good at cold temperatures and some people are good at hot temperatures. I can't say it is not warm or things like that, but for me, it was not enough. And the last but not least is the Zpacks summer kilt. When I slept, the lowest temperature was about 8 degrees Celsius, and when I woke up, the temperature was 9 degrees Celsius. At the temperature, summer kilt was a bit cold. It was not enough to keep me warm. I could sleep, but it was not like a deep, melting sleep. I expected that I would have cold night, but I did. It's not the failure of the product. I have tested the limit temperature, like usable limit temperature of the summer kilt for me last year, and it was 12 degrees Celsius or so. So I knew that I would be cold on the temperature of 8 or 9 degrees Celsius with the summer kilt. Probably that's why my feet got cold with the alpha socks. Generally speaking, sleeping gear or camping gear are interacting each other, right? They work together and one product is combined or paired with another or some other products. So if I wear like warmer kilt, probably I'm good with the alpha socks. Who knows? Anyways, that's my honest opinions. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you are not subscribed yet, please do that. Please smash the subscribe button. If you have done so already, as always, thank you very much. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave in the comment section. I'm also doing Instagram, so please feel free to follow me from the link in the description. Alright, see you on the trail. Bye.